Hi, I'm Coach Canner. This is the summer video for men's basketball at McDaniel. I'm here with Braden and Caleb and Josh and Steve going over some of the exercises. This is the way the workout sheet will look when you receive it. A couple of things. You see A1, you see letters initially, A1, A2. That just means you do one exercise after another. So it'll be one set, one set, one set, one set, and then go back to the second set of, in this case, squat. You see the numbers, these numbers are reps and sets. W is warm-up, so on squat, we'll do 3 sets of 5 warm-up sets. And then these numbers are the reps of the exercise. As they go down, if you see it going down, it means each set is heavier than the previous set. If you see all the numbers on the same line, this means 3 sets will be the same weight as each other. So the first group will do A's, Braden will do that, and we'll start up in a second. Okay, on the squat exercise, it's important to put the bar over your shoulders. Hips and butt go back first. Make sure there's a straight line between your knees and your hips. Your chest should be almost straight, a little bit of a forward lean. Chin is down and come up fast. After the squat, you're going to go into a hurdle jump to a box jump. That will be 5 sets of 3. So Braden's going to jump over a hurdle. It could be a plate, it could be a cone, and go right into a box jump. And that will happen right after the squat exercise is finished. Next 2 exercises are RDL and flexion series. Usually if we do exercises to put pressure in the lower back, we'll do things to stretch the lower back. So in the RDL, it's a posterior chain exercise for the lower back, butt, hamstrings. Braden will pick the weight up. Put it right in front of his thighs. Hips and butt go back, slide the weight down right below your knees. Come up with your chest first. Hips and butt go back, bring your chest up. Make sure you don't bend your knees that much. Steve will be doing pause bench press. That's first day exercise, B1. On the pause bench, your grip will be a little bit closer than your normal bench press. Lift the weight up, go to your chest, hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, and press up hard. When you press the weight, you're actually pressing the bar away from you, but in your mind, you're pressing your body back into the bench hard. So you're pressing your body away from the bar. Go down, pause, press. Make sure your feet are planted in the floor and go hard down into the floor. On this exercise, like all bench press exercises, make sure you have a spotter, but this one you actually need a spotter more because when it's on your chest, it will get heavier. Next, like we did with the squat, every time we do a squat exercise, we work on your lower back. Every time we do a pressing exercise, we'll also do stuff for your shoulders. So Steve will pull the band into his face, elbows up, go to your forehead, hold it, and then release it. Make sure you pause for a second or 2. Steve will take the dumbbells in his hand, row up, make sure your elbows come up, make sure you squeeze hard, and then release it. From that exercise, we'll go right into a 3-weight lunge. So we'll stand up. This is the body weight exercise. Forward, lunge backwards, and then lunge to the side. It'll be 3 sets of 6. That's 6 reps each way.
30.
From there, we're going to a dead bug. This is a lower back core exercise. We'll bring his right arm back and his left leg straight. Come up, and then the opposite. From there, we'll go right into spinal twist. This is a lower back exercise. We'll bring both knees to the left, and his head will look to the right. And then the opposite. And from there into a plank. Which would be 4 sets of 1 minute. And from there into a calf raise. BW is body weight, so on the calf raise we'll be doing no weight. Brandon will be doing power shrug. It's similar to what he did before as an RDL. We'll pick the weight up. Hips and butt go back. He's going to slide the weight down right above his knees and then go into a jump shrug. The jump shrug is violent. That's how it should look and sound. To 5 pound plates or dumbbells. That's the I, that's the Y, that's the T, that's the W, and then there's no money. Next exercise is SA dumbbell push press. SA is single arm. Caleb's going to take the dumbbell, put it next to his shoulder, squat down around 6 inches, like we go for a rebound, come up fast and press it over your head. Then stop, come up fast, that's how it should look. Obviously with both hands, and then from there he's going to go to the chin up. Chin up with your palms facing you. Next exercise is pause incline bench press. Usually on the regular bench press, you're going to have thumb distance from where the rough and the smooth meet. But on the incline bench, we're going to have our hands a little bit closer. He's going to pick it up, go right to his chest, pause, and then press fast. Pause, and then press. Lat pull down is the next exercise. Josh is going to have a close grip, again with his palms facing towards his face. Drive his elbows down. Pause right there, and then let it go up. Next exercise on day 2 is kettlebell swing. You can use a kettlebell, you can use dumbbells. Just kind of hike the dumbbell back between your legs as far as possible. Rotate your hips. Goblet squat's the next movement. Hold the dumbbell like a wine goblet, just like that. And you're going to squat down as deep as you can. Push your knees out. Heels stay on the ground. Chest upright. Steve's doing the band good morning. It's another posterior chain exercise. He's going to have a band over his neck and under his feet. The wider your feet are, the more difficult the exercise is. At this point, it's just like an RDL. Hips and butt go back, and then bring your chest up first. Steve is doing the cow-out press. Have a band tied around the squat rack. Hips and butt go back. Make sure your chest is up. Press the band out. Pause for a second, and then release it back into your chest. Chest stays up, head stays up. Hips and butt are back. SA thrusters, the next exercise. SA again means single arm. Caleb's going to put the dumbbell on his shoulder like he did on the single arm push press. The difference is you're going to squat as deep as you can, come up as fast as you can, and press over your head. Next exercise on day 3, phase 1, is wide box squat. Josh has the weight over his shoulders. He has a box set up. Feet are as wide as they can be. Hips and butt go back. You're going to sit on the box for around 2 seconds and come up fast. Make sure your chest is up the entire time. Next exercise is lateral step up. Josh will have a plate over his head. He's going to take his outside leg, step up on the box, keeping his hips square to the front. Now his outside leg again, up on the box. Make sure your hips stay square to the front the entire time. Is broad jump to high jump. Josh is going to take a long jump and land, go right into a high jump. And then jump again, long, and then high jump. Next exercise is power step-ups. Braden has a weight over his head. He's going to press hard with his left heel into the box, step up, bring his knee up as high as possible. Repeat all the reps with one leg, and then go to the opposite leg. Is SADBBP, that single arm dumbbell bench press. Have the hands facing in, press up as fast as you can, elbows tight to your body. Do all the reps with one hand, and then switch hands. That's the next exercise. Caleb's going to put the weight on his shoulders. He's going to squat deep, hips and butt are back, heels are on the floor, light forward lean with the chest. 2 seconds on the bottom, come up fast. Put the weight back. From there, he's going to go to a 2-hurdle jump to a box jump.
Slide back a little bit. Good.
Clock lunge is the next exercise on day 1 of phase 2. Steve's going to do a body weight lunge. Just think of yourself in the middle of the clock. Go to 12, go to 1, and then go around the clock. When you get to 6 with your right leg, go to 6 with your left leg, and then go around the clock the other way. Hip extension, put the plate on your hips, feet bent, press hard with your heels in the ground, bring your hips and your butt up, squeeze for a second, and then release. Go from that exercise into an upper body Russian twist. Take the plate, go halfway up, feet off the ground, rotate your hips fast. Push press is the next exercise. Steve's going to take the barbell on his shoulders, squat down around 6 inches like he's going for a rebound, come up fast and press the bar over his head. Next exercise is for bench press later on in the workout. Have someone hand you the bar, don't take the bar off the rack. The grip is closer than it normally would be. Bring your elbows down to the platform. Pause with your triceps and elbows in the ground and come up fast. Make sure you don't slam your elbows and triceps in the ground. Next exercise are hammer curls. Braden's taking the dumbbells, elbows next to his body, thumbs up, just curl the dumbbells.